남았었다. Fanborn. Trying to see if I can. Okay, better. Yoga Sutra first. Okay. Yoga Sutra, Book 4, Sutra 6. Mic check. Mic's good. It's a little too loud, maybe. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Checking mic. Mic check. Okay. It's good. Testing. 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 Okay, testing, 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 testing. Okay. Namaste. Tatra Dhyana Jamana Shana. Tatra Dhyana Jamana Shayama. Mic check. Is it too loud? I can't tell. Tatra Dhyana Jamana Shayama Panchavitam Nirmana Chittatam Janama Shatimanantara Tapaha Samathijaha Siddhataya iti. Tatra Yadava Dhyanajam Chittatam Tadavana Shayam Tasyaiva Nasatya Shayo Ragati Prapuratatilna Taha Punuya Pang Pang Pisambanan Taha Kushwi Nutkula Shatavadi Yoginam Kushwi Nutkula Shatavadi Yoginam Iti Itareshvum Tu Vidyate Kalma Shayaha. Namaste. It can be that bad. Okay. I'm good. I'm just a little louder than before, and I'm trying to adjust myself. Okay. Of these, that which proceeds from contemplation leaves no latent deposit. The created mind stuff is of 5 kinds. For the perfections proceed from birth, and from drugs, and from spells, and from self-castigation, and from concentration. Of these 5 kinds, only that mind stuff which proceeds from contemplation leaves no latent deposit. It alone has no latent deposit which comes into action as a result of passion or similar states, or similar things. Sorry, I hate using different words. It has accordingly no connection with merit or evil, since the yogin's hindrances have dwindled away. For the others, however, there is a latent deposit of karma. Okay. Veda next, thank you. I'll be fine. Any sound person, any visual person, any set designer, makeup, hair. Oh. Veda next. 15. Five shlokas longer. Namaste. Pram Betase Gavaye Bedianya Giram Pare Yasase Bulvianya Krutta Prasatuto Asuraha Sushevo Ranyo Taitan Taruno Pasuvo Aganiha Ratana Ratam Tarunam Tarayananda Yajinyasyan Shanke Parame Biomana Angenho Yubasatanam Bate Bi Payo Mahadudusharam Bol Bianyang Sa Samsat Sa Sambato Navaja Tasututuriya Tesingha Na Gurudutama Pitaha Bari Shirtuha Mangatabe Yadu Parase Papratano Janam Tayase Jakushase Jam Bayo Jarase Yadu Datanaha Bari Demanange Bishuru Bom Jigansi Banjo Nute Shavasasapa de Banantamurum Dokam Tarunam Deva Rayaha Padam Na Da Yulhuk Padam Na Da Yulguhae Tatano Maho Raye Jetayana Teri Masbaha Mom Jetayana Teri Masbaha Padam Na Da Yulguhae Tatano Maho Raye Jetayana Teri Masbaha Namaste. To him, the far-renowned, the wise ordainer, ancient and glorious, a song I offer. Enthroned in oil, the Asura bliss-giver is Agni, from support of noble riches. By holy law they kept supporting order, by help of sacrifice, in loftiest heaven. They who attain with born men to the unborn, men seated on that say, heavens from sustainer. Averting woe, they labor hard to bring him, the ancient, plenteous food as power, resistless. May he, born newly, conquer his assailants. Round him they stand as round an angry lion. When, like a mother, spreading forth to nourish, to cherish and regard each man that liveth, consuming all the strength that thou hast gotten, thou wanderest round thyself in varied fashion. May strength preserve the compass of thy vigor, God, that broad stream of thine that beareth riches. Thou, like a thief, who keeps his refuge secret, hast opened utterly to great wealth by teaching. Okay. Upanishad next, thank you. Okay, 19 really long shlokas, because they go on. Namaste. Namaste. Atha Panchamam Brahmanam Iyam Prithvi Saibeshwam Bhutanam Matvasyai Prithvyai Saibanui Bhutani Matu Yashecha Yamasyam Prithvyam Tejomayo Murtamayah Purusho Yashecha Yamatyatamam Shari Rasitejomayo Murtamayah Purusha Amurtamayas Purusha Sayamevam almost. Amurtamayas tu Purusha Amurtamayas Purusha Sayamevam Sam Yoyamata Medam Amurtam Midam Yoyamata Medam Yoyamata Medam Amurtam Midam Brahmedam Saibama Imam Abah Saibeshwam Bhutanam Matvasamapam Saibanui Bhutani Matu Yashechayama Sivapusu Tejomayo Murtamayah Purusha Yashechayamathyatamam Raita Sas Tejoyamayo Murtamayah Purusho Yamevan San Yoyama Temedama Murtam Idam Brahmedam Saibama Ayamagniha Saibeshwam Bhutanam Matvasyagneha Saivanui Bhutani Matu Yashechayamasaminagnao Tejoyamayo Murtamayah Purusho Yashechayamathyatamam Bangamayas Tejomayo Murtamayah Purusho Yamevan Sam Yoyama Temedama Murtam Idam Brahmedam Saibama Ayam Banyoha Saibeshwam Bhutanam Matvasyam Banyoha Saibanui Bhutani Matu Yashechayamasaminam Banyao Tejomayo Murtamayah Purusho Yashechayamathyatamam Pranas Tejomayo Murtamayah Purusho Yamevan Sam Yoyama Temedama Murtama Idam Brahmedam Saibama Ayamadityaha Saibeshwam Bhutanam Matvasya Dityasya Saibanui Bhutani Matu Yashechayamasamina Ditya Tejomayo Murtamayah Purusho Yashechayamathyatamam Jagushusha Tejomayo Murtamayah Purusho Yamevan Sam Yoyama Temedama Murtamidam Brahmedam Saibama Imai Dishaha Saibeshwam Bhutanam Matvansam Disham Saibanui Bhutani Matu Yashechayamasu Tikushu Tejoyamayo Murtamayah Purusho Yashechayamathyatamam Shrautaraha Pranti Shruta Kasate Joma Yomurutamayaha Purusho Yamevan Sam Yoyamat Medam Amuratamidam Yoyamat Medam Amuratamidam Purahmedam Saibama Ayam Janandraha Saibeshwam Putanam Matavasya Janandrasya Saibanganui Putani Matu Yashachaya Masamim Shijanandram Tejoyama Yomurutamayaha Purusho Yashachaya Matya Tamam Manasasa Tejoma Yomurutamayaha Purusho Yamevan Sam Yoyamat Medam Amuratamidam Purahmedam Saibama Iyam Bidyut Saibeshwam Putanam Matavasyai Bidyutaha Saivanganui Putani Matu Yashachaya Masyam Bidyuti Tejoma Yomurutamayaha Purusho Yashachaya Matya Tamam Taijasat Tejoya Mayo Murutamaya Tejo Mayo Taijasat Tejo Mayo Murutamayaha Purusho Yamevan Sam Yoyamat Medama Murutam Idam Brahmedam Saivama Ayam Sutani Ayam Sutana Yitunuha Saibeshwam Putanam Matavasyan Sutana Yitunuha Saibanganui Putani Matu Yashachaya Masaminan Sutana Yitunao Yashachaya Masaminan Sutana Yitunao Tejoma Yomurutamayaha Purusho Yashachaya Matya Tamam Shabadaha Savaras Tejoma Yomurutamayaha Purusho two words into one. Purusho Yamevan Sam Yoyamat Medama Murutamidam Brahmedam Saibama Ayama Ganshaha Saibeshwam Putanam Matavasya Ganshasya Saivanui Putani Matu Yashachaya Masaminana Yashachaya Masaminana Ganshe Tejoma Yomurutamayaha Purusho Yashachaya Matya Tamam Hurudya Ganshas Tejoma Yomurutamayaha Purusho supposed to be one word again. Purusha Yamevan Sam Yoyamat Medam Amuratamidam Brahmedam Saibama Ayam Taimaha Saibeshwam Putanam Matavasya Taimasya Saivanui Putani Matu Yashachaya Masaminan Taimam Tejoma Yomurutamayaha Purusho Yashachaya Matya Tamam Taimas Tejoma Yomurutamayaha Taimas Tejoma Yomurutamayaha Purusho Yamevan Sam Yoyamat Medam Amuratam Yoyamat Medam Amuratam Idam Brahmedam Saivamam Idam Satyam Saiveshwam Putanam Matavasyam Satyasyam Saibanganui Putani Matu Yashachaya Masamin Satya Yashachaya Masaminan Satya Tejoma Yomurutamayaha Purusho Yashachaya Matya Tamam Satyas Tejoma Yomurutamayaha Purusho Yamevan Sam Yoyamat Medama Murutamidam Brahmedam Saivama Idam Manusham Saibeshwam Putanam Matavasya Manushasyam Saibanganui Putani Matu Yashachaya Masaminam Manushwam Tejoma Yomurutamayaha Purusho Yashachaya Matya Tamam Manushas Tejoma Yomurutamayaha Purusho Yamevan Sam Yoyamat Medama Murutamidam Brahmedam Saibama Ayamatamaim Saibeshwam Putanam Matavasya Tamanaha Saibanui Putani Matu Yashachaya Masamin 야시자야 마스미는 나뜨마니 대조마요 모르따마야흐 부르쇼 야시자야 마뜨마임 대조마요 모르따마야흐 부르쇼 야메방삼 요야마뜨마 메다마 모르따미담 요야마뜨 메다마 모르따미담 브라흐메담 사이바마 cutting off. Okay, I gotta just cut it off intentionally so I don't leave it. 상방임 아야마뜨마임 살베슈음 부다나 마티파티흐 살베슈음 부다남 라장 따디아타임 라타나 파우짱 라타네마우 짱라흐 라타네마우 짱라흐 살베 사말피땅임 에바메바 스미는 나뜨마니 살방누이 부당니 살베 대방흐 살베 로깡흐 살베 브랑너흐 살방 에따 아뜨마나흐 사말피땅흐 이담 방이 따는 마투 라티앙은 워 타이반 워 시반 평안우 평무방장 디앙은 워 라티앙은 워 타이반 라티앙은 워 타이반 워 시 평안우 방 무방장 이담 방이 따는 마투 라티앙은 워 타이반 워 시 평무방장 우방짱 따데따드로 쇼이허 우방짱 따데따드로 쇼이허 빠시아는 나보 짜뜨 빠시아는 나보 짜뜨 따드방은 나 따드방은 나랑의 사나의 담사 우그람 베시끄러 놈이 따니아 뚫나의 버릇을 뚜이마 나티앙을 하 야는 마트방을 타바노 야는 마트방을 타바노 방 아시바시앙 셰슈노 브랑 야디 무방 짜티 셰슈노 브랑 야디 무방 짜티 3 left 이담 방이 따는 마투 다티앙은 월 타반 타이바노 시비피앙 무방점 무아 응무아 응무아 이담 방이 따는 마투 나티앙은 워 탈바노 시비피앙 무방점 따데따드르 쇼이허 빠샤는 나보짜뜨 알타바노 양아시비나오 나티 짜시비암 시라흐 프라티아이라 야따맘 상방음 마투 브라보짜드르 땅야느 브라보짜드르 땅야느 드방아셰뜨람 야드 다스랑 바삐 다쿠쇼얌 바미티 I'll read that again. 상방음 마투 브라보방 상방음 마투 브라보짜드르 땅야느 드방아셰뜨람 야드 다스라 바삐 다쿠쇼얌 바미티 이담 바이 따는 마투 다티앙은 월 타바노 시비피앙 무방장 탈바노 다티앙은 월 탈바노 시비피앙 무방장 따데따드르 쇼이허 빠샤는 나보짜 따데따드르 쇼이허 빠샤는 나보짜뜨 보라시 차크레 드비바다흐 보라시 차크레 짜투시 바다흐 보라흐 사 바쿠슈이 부드방네 보라흐 보루셔 아비샤디티 사방에 아얌 보루셔허 살방수 볼슈 보리샤요 나이네나 김치나 버릇담 나이네나 김치나 삼버릇담 Last one, yeah. Cool. That looks like that's the hardest word. They're using the hardest word at the end as a form of climax. I would assume. I could only assume. Idam bai danamatu da tiangang wo taiwan no shebi pian mu wen jang da de shui he ba shan na bu chat rupam prati rupo papu van tadasia rupam prati jakoshono yang inendro maya pihe pururupa iyate yukutang hiasian haraya Shatangem Dashetiyayam Pai Harayoyam Pai Dashacha Sasranui Pafuni Jananantani Jam Jananantani Jam Pafuni Jananantani Jam. Sorry. And the hardest word. Tadeta Brahma Poiva Mapa Paramanantapa Rama Banga Yamayama Tamai. It's about 25 syllables, I think. Tadeta Brahma Poiva Mana Paramanantap Nanantai. Tadeta Brahma Poiva Mana. Tadeta Brahma Poiva Mana Paramanantap Nanantara Mabanga Yamayama Tamai. So it's very hard. Spiritually speaking, you have to get through that spiritual, mental, intellect blockage. This is literally intellect blockage, spiritually existing, until I get through it. Tadu Brahma Puiva Mana Para Manananta Manananta Manananta. Tadu Brahma Puiva Mana Para Manananta Manantara Mapang. Nanantara mapa hiyamayama tamai. Nanantara mapa hiyamayama tamai. Nanantara mapa hiyamayama tamai. Okay. Nanantara mapa hiyamayama tamai. Tadetadu Brahma Puiva Mana Paramanananta. Tadetadu Brahma Puiva Mana Parama. Tadetadu Brahma Puiva. I'm being distracted now. Well, good timing, almost done with this. Tadetadu Brahma Puiva Mana Paramanantapam. Tadetadu Brahma Puiva Mana Paramanantaram Paramanantara. Tadetadu Brahma Puiva Paramanantaram. Tadetadu Brahma Puiva Paramaram Manapana. Tadetadu Brahma Puiva Mana Paramanandapam. It's just very, very hard. No wonder it's at the end. It's probably like breaking something spell if you're into magic stuff. If all else fails, I'm gonna drink a little more alcohol. Decaf coffee for now. So this is the culprit. Holy word. Tadetadu Brahma Puiva Tadetadu Brahma Puiva Mana Paramana Man. Namaste, help me please. Tadetadu Brahma Puiva Mana Paramara Paramanantara Mapa Hiyamayama Tamai. Tadetadu Brahma Puiva Tadetadu Brahma Puiva Mana Paramanantaram Paramanantaram Mapahiyam. Tadetadu Brahma Puiva Mana Paramanantara Mana Paramanantara. Jesus. Tadetadu Brahma Puiva Mana Paramanantara Pampa Hiyamayama Tamai. One more. I had it, but something escaped. Tadetadu Brahma Puiva Mana Paramanantara Mana Paramanantara. Tada Brahma Purva Mana Parama. Tada Brahma Purva Mana Parama. Mana Paramanantara. Mana Parapana. Mana Paramanantara. Mana Paramanantara. Mana Paramanantara. Tada Brahma Purva Mana Paramanantara Mahapahi. Tada Brahma Purva Para. Mana Paramanantaram. Mana Paramanantaram. Tada Brahma Purva Mana Parama. Tada Brahma Purva Mana Paramanantara Mana Paramanantara Mapahyam. Tada Brahma Purva Mana Paramanantara Mapahyama Yamatamaim. Can I take that? Why can I? Wait, it's a block. Definitely a blockage. Tada Brahma Purva Mana Paramanantara Mapahyama Yamatamaim. I'll take it. Brahma Saivano Purityanu Shasanama. Namaste. Wow, the ending word got me. I mean, the third to the last word. Iti Panchamam Brahmanama. Namaste. Okay. After the Sri Ramayana, should be pretty short. Fifth Brahmana. This earth is honey for all creatures, and all creatures are honey for this earth. The shining immortal person who is in this earth, and, with reference to oneself, the shining immortal person who is in the body, he indeed is just the soul, this immortal, this Brahma, this all. These waters are honey for all things, and all things are honey for these waters. The shining immortal person who is in these waters, and, with reference to oneself, the shining immortal person who is made of semen, is just the soul, this immortal, this Brahma, this all. This fire is honey for all things, and all things are honey for this fire. The shining immortal person who is in this fire, and, with reference to oneself, the shining immortal person who is made of speech, is just this soul, this immortal, this Brahma, this all. This wind is honey for all things, and all things are honey for this wind. The shining immortal person who is in this wind, and, with reference to oneself, the shining immortal person who is breath, is just this soul, this immortal, this Brahma, this all. The sun is honey for all things, and all things are honey for this sun. The shining immortal person who is in this sun, and, with reference to oneself, the shining immortal person who is in the eye, is just this soul, this immortal, this Brahma, this all. These quarters of heaven are honey for all things, and all things are honey for these quarters of heaven. The shining immortal person who is in these quarters of heaven, and, with reference to oneself, the shining immortal person who is in the ear and in the echo, is just this soul, this immortal, this Brahma, this all. This moon is honey for all things, and all things are honey for this moon. The shining immortal person who is in this moon, and, with reference to oneself, the shining immortal person consisting of mind, is just this soul, this immortal, this Brahma, this all. This lightning is honey for all things, and all things are honey for this lightning. The shining immortal person who is in this lightning, and, with reference to oneself, the shining immortal person who exists as heat, is just this soul, this immortal, this Brahma, this all. This thunder is honey for all things, and all things are honey for this thunder. The shining immortal person who is this shining immortal person who is in thunder, and, with reference to oneself, the shining immortal person who is in sound and in tone, is just this soul, this immortal, this Brahma, this all. The space is honey for all things, and all things are honey for this space. The shining immortal person who is in this space, and, with reference to oneself, the shining immortal person who is in the space in the heart, is just this soul, this immortal, this Brahma, this all. This law is honey for all things, and all things are honey for this law. The shining immortal person who is in this law, and, with reference to oneself, the shining immortal person who exists as virtuousness, is just this soul, this immortal, this Brahma, this all. This truth is honey for all things, and all things are honey for this truth. The shining immortal person who is in this truth, and, with reference to oneself, the shining immortal person who exists as truthfulness. He is just this soul, this immortal, this Brahman, this all. This mankind is honey for all things, and all things are honey for this mankind. The shining immortal person who is in this mankind, and with reference to oneself, the shining immortal person who exists as a human being, is just this soul, this immortal, this Brahma, this all. This soul is honey for all things, and all things are honey for this soul. The shining immortal person who is in this soul, and with reference to oneself, the shining immortal person who exists as soul, is just this soul, this immortal, this Brahma, this all. Verily this soul is the overlord of all things, the king of all things. As all the spokes are held together in the hub and valley of a wheel, so just so in this soul all things, all gods, all worlds, all breathing things, all selves are held together. This verily is the honey which Datyang Ātayvana declared unto the two Ashvins. Saying this, the seer spake. That mighty deed of yours, O ye two heroes, for gain, I make known as thunder, rain. Even the honey which Datyang Ātayvana to you did declare by the head of a horse. This verily is the honey which Datyang Ātayvana declared unto the two Ashvins. Saying this, the seer spake. Upon Datyang Ātayvana, ye Ashvins, the substitute of horse's head, he, keeping true, declared to you the honey of the Vashaturi, which is your secret, O ye mighty ones. This verily is the honey which Datyang Ātayvana declared unto the two Ashvins. Seeing this, the seer spake. Citadels with 2 feet, citadels with 2 feet he did make. Citadels with 4 feet he did make. Into the citadels he, having become a bird, into the citadels the person entered. This verily is the person dwelling in all cities. There is nothing by which he is not covered, nothing by which he is not hid. This verily is the honey which Datyang Ātayvana declared unto the two Ashvins. Seeing this, the seer spake. He became corresponding in form to every form. This is to be looked upon as a form of him. Inindra, by his magic powers, goes about in many forms. Yoked are his 1,000 steeds. He verily is the steeds. He verily is tens and thousands, many and endless. This Brahma is without an earlier and without a later, without an inside and without an outside. This soul is Brahma, the all-pervade. This soul is Brahma, the all-perceiving. Such is the instruction. Okay, next analysis is Ramayana. I'm gonna take a little alcohol. I want to loosen up a little more. Yeah, if you could control your alcohol, it becomes a tool. But if you don't know this manantara, please do not drink. If you don't know the pistol and plasma gun manantara, I wouldn't know what to do with these, alcohol, demons in alcohol. I mean, demons caused by alcohol, sorry. Alcohol is good, actually. Found out that alcohol is just chemicals and fermentation. It should be obvious, but Oh, but it ages somewhere. Yeah. I hope that the place that it aged from didn't have dead bodies around. Anyway. So a little alcohol. I drink cheap liquor. They don't age cheap liquor. Thank God. Where has my wine been for the last 50 years? Oh, next to a dead body or two. Are you kidding me? Well, that thing is $3,000 a bottle. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'll take my $3 little thing that I could buy at a liquor store. Or something you could get away with. I'm sorry, in public. Yeah, alcohol, and then have I proven my alcohol point? Alcohol, and then back to studies. you can't do this when you're tense because your tongue has to move. That's the major reason, the reason why I use cannabis every time I read something like that. Like try to say that without being on cannabis. You let me know, And in Aryan Sanskrit, not just modern Sanskrit is BS, total BS. I'm sorry, I'm being like Donald Trump now. Modern Sanskrit is total BS. It's PS. So yeah, you tell me if you don't get high and you could pronounce Aryan Sanskrit. It's a long lost language. It's been lost for at least 400, 500 years. The last person to ever speak were, well, there are 5 people. There were Shri Chaitanya and Shri Nityananda and Gadadhara. Sorry, I'm gonna forget the Shri because too much. Gadadhara and Shri Vasa and one other person. But yeah, Chaitanya, Nityananda, Gadadhara. Oh, Advaita Acharya, that was me 500 years ago, an old man. If you believe in such things, if you believe, you must believe that the soul never dies. The soul never dies, A few souls actually make through time and come out on the other side and start all over again. 3 souls do that. Anyway. Alcohol and then Ramayana. Let me load it up here and make sure I got all the pages lined up for next time. Okay. Where is it? I can't find Ramayana. Here we go. Okay. This takes like a long time to load, so it's good for me to take an alcohol break. I only take quarter shot of 99 proof, which comes out to about 25 proof in a regular shot. Okay, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Thank you. Sorry, Spotify just went down. Pissed me off. Okay, I got my music back, man. Hold on one second. Okay, it's 26 shlokas, something like that. Give me like a minute. I'm gonna vape some cannabis and get some nicotine. Thank you. Here we go. Namaste. Từ sơ sơ tuổi ta mà hơ sai ca hơ. Bùi nuê bài sơ sa sơ rê tu pratasana tam maha munima. Apya gachachana sura hơ sai bê tapa hơ. Palachiki shoba hơ. Abravit sumaha tejang pahamanga suruchiram pachaha proshuisut vamasi padram te savanjitaiha kaimapiha shupaiha tameva mugutuvang deve shasutri divam ponarapyagat Vishivang mitro maha tejang pu yasatepe mahat tapaha tataha kalena mahatang menakang paramapusaraha pushukareshu narashireshu tva snatum samupachakramem tang tadaisha maha tejang menakang kushika temajaha rupena pratimang tatra vidyutam jalade yatange kanandai vashano kanandai vashago munisutta midamapravit apusaraha sivagatam tesutu pasang jeha mama shrame anuguruhu nui shubam padram te madanena vimohitam ityukutam sang pararohan tatra pasamatha karot tapaso hi maha bhikkhuno vishvam mitramupagamat tasyam pasanantyam paisha nui pancha cha rakhavam vishvam mitra shrame saumye sukhena pyati chakramuha Atang kang le kate tasamina Vishvam mitro maha muniha Saburi dua ibang sambarata tasajanantang shoka para yanoha Buddha samut panana Samasha rakunanandanam Salvam suranam Kaimaitat tapopaharanam mahat Ahorang tarang padeshana katang Sampata sarang tasham Kama moha pipu tasyam Bhikkhunoyam Ityupasatitaha 사 니허시바사는 무니바라흐 바시짱아드따 베나 두허키따흐 피따마프 사라삼 들으셨더방에 빼빠는 띠임 브란잘림 스티땀 메나깡 마투라의 방아기알 비스러지양 꾸시까 뜨마자흐 우뜨따람 빨바땀 라마 비시방 밑으로 자가마하 사 그릇뜨방 날씨 tweakim 부드팀 제뚜깡무 마하야샤흐 강시기 디라마사디양 따파스테페 두라사다무 다시양 바셔사스라누이 코람 따파 우파사타흐 우뜨따레 빨바테 라마 데바타나마 푸드 파야무 아마는트라야는 사마가미야 살베 살슈이가누흐 수랑흐 마하슈이샤브담 라파땅 사트바얌 구시까 드마자흐 데바땅 바짜흐 슈르트방 살발로카피타 마하흐 아브라비는 마투람 방아기암 비시방미트람 따포타나무 마할슈에 스바가탐 바트상 따포사포 그레는 마할슈에 스바가탐 바트상 따파소 그레는 도슈이타흐 마하트트밤 무르시 무키아트밤 따당미 따방 가오시감 브라흐마노스투 바짜흐 슈르트방에 비시방 미트라스 따포타나흐 브란잘리흐 브라노토 푸트방에 브라티우방짱 피타마하무 브라흐마슈이샤브다마투람 스방을지타이흐 깔마피흐 슈파이흐 냐디메 파가바는나하 따포함 six left 야디메 파가바는나하 따토함 비지테는드리야흐 따무방짱 따토 브라흐망에 나 따바트 뜨밤 지테는드리야흐 야따스밤 무니샹알두라 이티우크트방에 드리디밤 까따흐 비프라스티타슈 데베슈 비시방 미트로 마하무니흐 울트바바 훌니나 라문봄 울트바바 후닐랑에 울트바바 후니라 라문보 바유 파쿠셔스 따빠시 짜라는 바유 파쿠셔스 따빠시 짜라는 take that 칼메 반짜따방에 푸드방에 발셔스방아 강샤 삼시라야흐 발셔스방아 강샤 삼시라야흐 very hard for me because of my injury 삼시라야흐 칼메 반짜따방에 푸드방에 발셔스방아 강샤 삼시라야흐 발셔스방아 강샤 발셔스방아 강샤 삼시라야흐 got it 시시른 살릴레샹 이 라트리아하니 따포타나흐 에밤 발셔사스람 히 따포 코라무파 가마트 따스미는 삼따피아망 따스미는 삼따피아망에 두 비시밤 okay, it's home stretch by the way. Just two left. 따스미는 Tasamina samtapyamane tu Vishvamitra Mahamunau Samtapaha Sumahanasita Suranvam Pasavasyancham Ramampamapasarasam Shakraha Salvaiha Saha Marudganaiha Uvanchantamahitam Bhagyama. I wanted to finish with a bang, but that's what I did. Oh well. Uvanchantamahitam Bhagyamahitam Kaushikasyancham. Oh well. That was not too bad. That wasn't bad. That was not bad at all. Okay. Enough self-praise. There's an internal struggle going on within my self-esteem area. Sorry. Namaste. Ityang shwe Shri Madhava. Ityang shwe Shri Madhava Yanoe. Parami kiye. Adikam vye. Palakanandwe. Palakanandwe. Turishash Tuitamaho Salgaho. I'm gonna take a little more cannabis and then I'll start reading. 26 should be about a 10-minute meeting. Good stuff. Here we go. Canto 63. At the end of full 1,000 years, all the gods, for their part, keen as they were to bestow the fruit of his austerities, personally called on Vishvamitra, who had finished his ablutions, marking the conclusion of a sacred vow. The exceptionally glorious Brahma addressed to him the following most pleasing words: "May good betide you. You have become a Brahshvi, by virtue of pious acts performed by your own self." Speaking to him thus, Brahma returned to heaven, while Vishvamitra, the great ascetic, embarked once more on a course of severe austerities. Then after a long time, Menakane, a celestial nymph of the highest order, came to bathe in the lakes going by the name of Pushkara, or jewel among men. The highly glorious Vishvamitra beheld in the water the celebrated Menakane, matchless in beauty, shining like a streak of lightning in a cloud. Succumbing to the passion of love, the sage spoke to her in the following words: "My welcome to you, O celestial nymph. Nay, dwell in this hermitage of mine. May prosperity attend on you. Be gracious to me, infatuated as I am through love." Requested thus, the aforesaid belle forthwith took up her abode in that hermitage. Indeed, a great obstacle in the way of his austerities presented itself before Vishvamitra. Twice 5 years were spent happily by her while living in that pleasant hermitage of Vishvamitra or Rama. So much time having rolled by, the great sage Vishvamitra felt ashamed, as it were, and fell a prey to anxiety and grief. The revelation dawned on him with a feeling of indignation, or scion of Daku, that all that which was a deep laid design to rob him of the spiritual energy stored by him through ascesis was the work of the gods. 10 years have rolled by me as though it were a day and night, overwhelmed as I was by infatuation born of concupiscence. This is an obstacle coming my way. Sighing deeply, the said Vishvamitra felt distressed through remorse. Seeing the celestial nymph Menaka standing with joined palms, trembling with fear, and dismissing her with sweet expressions, O Rama, Vishvamitra, son of Kushika, proceeded to the northern mountain, so the tradition goes. Making a resolve to observe lifelong celibacy with intent to conquer passion, and reaching the bank of the Gaoshiki, Vishvāmitra practiced austerities which were hard to accomplish. Fear entered the mind of gods when they saw Vishvāmitra practicing terrible austerities on the northern mountain for thousands of years. Approaching Brahma, all the gods, accompanied by a host of brahmanes, prayed. Meander Vishvāmitra deservedly received the title of Maharshi, an eminent seer. Hearing the intercession of the gods, Brahma addressed the following sweet words to Vishvāmitra, whose wealth was his asceticism. Hail, O eminent seer, please with your severe austerities, O dear child, confer on you the distinction in the shape of the foremost rank among brahmanes, O son of Kushika. I'm going to read it again. I confer on you the distinction in the shape of the foremost rank among brahmanes, O son of Kushika. Hearing the boon of Brahma, Vishvāmitra, however, whose only wealth was his asceticism, replied to Brahma with joined palms, bending low. If your holiness use for me the epithet Brahmarshi, a seer, which has no equal, as earned through pious acts performed by myself, then I should consider myself as having thoroughly conquered my senses. Thereupon Brahma replied to him, You have not been able to conquer your senses. Strive, O tiger among sages. Saying so, he rose to heaven. On the gods having dispersed, the eminent sage Vishvāmitra resumed his austerities, standing with his arms lifted upwards, living on air, and remaining without any abode. The eminent sage Vishvāmitra resumed his austerities, standing with his arms lifted upwards, living on air, and remaining without any abode. The ascetic remained seated in the midst of four fires, and the sun in summer, in open air during the rains, and standing in water for days and nights during the winter. In this way, indeed, he practiced terrible austerities for 1,000 years. While the great sage Vishvāmitra was duly practicing austerities, deep anguish indeed seized the mind of the gods as well as of Inindra. Inindra, along with all the hosts of gods, addressed to the celestial nymph Rayamana the following request, which was in his own interest and prejudicial to Vishvāmitra. Thus ends Canto 63 in the Balagan of the glorious Ramayana Abharamiki, the work of a Rashri and the oldest epic. Okay, I'm done. Yay. For 1 hour. Yoga today. I do yoga once a week. It's on Fridays. I do it just before, before Sabbath. It's kind of like following the Ashitwanga yoga. Ashitwanga yoga, which is Ashitwanga. It should be Ashitwa. It's not Ashitwa. Ashitwanga. I think Hindi mixes up ta and dwa. Anyway, Ashitwanga yoga, the 8-limbed yoga. First is non-violent. Second is what I'm doing, studies and cleaning and all that intellectual and environmental stuff. Third and fourth is posture and breathing, respectively, which, you could accomplish that with the modern yoga exercise. So yoga arm number 3 and yoga arm number 4 is posture and breathing. And after that is called emptiness. And that's one major reason why I put my yoga at the end of the week. So, on Saturday I don't do anything. So that's my 5th arm, the empty arm, the arm of the withdrawal of the senses, or I call it the arm of emptiness. The 5th arm. And then 6th and 7th and 8th accomplishes what is known as supernormal powers. Superman, basically. That's it. Thank you very much. Namaste. So the only other thing I have to do before yoga is chanting, because I wrote a lot yesterday too. I might write again before Shabbat. I'm not sure. I'm starting to not do things scheduled. I'm starting to do things based on my my feels, if that makes sense. I won't even call it intuition. It's too primitive to be called instinct. I'm relying more and more on my instinct when it comes to, hey, I want to do something, I don't want to do something Sanskrit. Like, what do I do? Do I write? And instead of even asking, do I want to even study Sanskrit right now? That's what I'm asking now. Sorry, I'm asking, do I even want to do this, or do I have to? It's a difference between, do I need to do this, and if so, what is the drawback if I don't do it, and that difference between that and, do I want to study Sanskrit right now? So that's what I'm learning to distinguish between have tos and needs versus wants. Like, I want to study Sanskrit right now. I wanted to do this recitation today. This wasn't compulsive. I think that's my point. I'm starting to do things less compulsively and more gearing towards doing less. Yeah. Thank you. Have a good day. Namaste. 10 to, I'll schedule it maybe an hour from now. I gotta eat something. Thank you.